Today, we're going to be going over the best biome at each point of progression in Terraria. Of course, it'd be difficult to choose a singular biome to be above any of the others, as the answer may change depending on which class one may be using. To avoid this issue, I decided to use each biome as an average for each of the classes and the benefits they may receive there. If you have any thoughts or differing opinions, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and let's get right into it. Now, to start off pre-I, my favorite biome to go to first at the start of a playthrough is the Ice biome. In the Ice biome, the melee class can get the Ice Blade and the Ice Boomerang, which gives you some nice range early on, since that's pretty much the only weak point of the melee class at the start. The Ranger class gets the Snowball Cannon, which is in my opinion one of the best pre-hard mode ranged weapons due to its easy access ammo type and forgiving attack speed alongside being auto-fire. Although the mage class doesn't benefit much from the ice biome, the mage class is kinda bad early game overall anyway. The summoning class, however, gets its only real easy to get early game summon and armor from the ice biome being the flink staff and fur coat. Outside of the class specific weapons, the ice biome also contains the flurry boots, blizzard in a bottle, and ice skates alongside the other accessories that come in basic underground chests. Now that you've obliterated the Eye of Cthulhu with your cold loadout, you're gonna need an upgrade. The best place to get this upgrade will be the jungle, with pretty much every class boat ranger being able to get a massive upgrade here. The melee class can get the Blade of Grass, Thorn Chakram, and the Amazon. But after that, the ranger class kind of only gets the poison knives. You can decide whether you would actually use them. The class with the most upgrades is undeniably the mage class, which now gets access to the jungle armor and nature's gift, which both greatly increase a mage's combat capabilities and make this class really good at this stage of the game. The summoning class can get the Snapthorn alongside being able to get the ingredients for the summoning potion, which will double one's damage. If you wish to be bold at this point, you could choose to challenge the Queen Bee, which would reward you with a new summon in the form of the Hornet Staff, alongside new armor and an accessory with the bee armor and pygmy necklace from the Witch Doctor. Although technically not needed to beat the game, I am going to include it since it's a lot harder to do so without it. The next stage is either the Brain of Cthulhu or the Eater of Worlds, depending on which evil you have. In early game, I'd say the Eater of Worlds is better, but only in expert mode or above, due to it dropping the Worm Scarf, which is undeniably one of the best accessories in the game. However, for those late game who don't wish to have to make their own Crimson biome, the Brain's probably going to be the path you choose, since you'd get Ichor later on. Post brain slash worm, the best place to go would have to be the Underworld. Once you get Demonite or Crimtane, you should immediately head to the Underworld to upgrade to Hellstone. Just don't forget to grab some Obsidian. In the Underworld, the melee class gets access to Molten Armor, the Volcano, Flask of Fire, Flamerang, and if you get to the dungeon first, you can also get the Dark Lance and the Sun Fury. For the Ranger class, the Underworld can provide the Molten Fury, Hellwing Bow, and Hellfire Arrows. The Mage class gains the Flower of Fire, Flame Lash, and the Demon Scythe. And with the least amount of increase at this stage of the game, the Summoning class only gains the Imp Staff. Now, this is kind of a cheap answer for the start of hard mode, but the best biome right after beating the Wall of Flesh is pretty much anywhere underground. Being underground in the Hollow gets you crystals, souls of light, and allows hollowed mimics to spawn. You can also get Souls of Night and Ichor slash Cursed Flames in the Crimson and Corruption, respectively. And after destroying some demon altars, you gain access to the hard mode ores, which are imperative in gaining strength in early hard mode. With all these new materials and drops unlocked in hard mode, the underground of every area in a Terraria world provides almost equal upgrades to each class. The melee class can get the Gradient Chain Guillotine's Ice Sickle, Fetid Bagnax, Flying Knife, Frost Armor, and the Berserker's Glove. Ranged class can get the Repeater's Marrow, Daedalus Stormbow, Honest Blaster, Dart Rifle, Pistol, Uzi, Frost Armor, Magic Quiver, and its upgrades. Crystal and Ichor Bullets, Holy Ichor and Cursed Arrows, and Crystal, Cursed, and Ichor Darts. The Mage class can get the Meteor Staff, Crystal Serpent, Golden Shower, Magic Dagger, Cursed Flames, Crystal Storm, Frost Staff, Spirit Flames, Life Drain, Clinger Staff, and Forbidden Armor. And finally, the Summoning class, we can gain the Blade Staff, Spider Staff, Queen Spider Staff, Cool Whip, Spider Armor, and Forbidden Armor. Now, with the mechanical bosses defeated, the only place to go for upgrades will be the jungle. You get access to Chlorophyte now, which gives an armor upgrade to each class besides Summoner, and also gives weapon upgrades to Ranger with the Chlorophyte Shotbow, and a Mage with the Venom Staff. In this stage of the game, there isn't very many upgrades left to get. So now, you've defeated Plantera and probably Golem too with your current equipment. Where do you go before facing the Celestials? The only place to go would be the dungeon. However, you are going to have to sneak past the cultists at the front. The dungeon goes through a remodeling once you've beaten the 3 mechs and Plantera, spawning many new enemies and allowing spirits to spawn. The melee class gains the vampire knives and the possessed hatchet. The ranger class can get the sniper rifle and the rifle scope. The mage class gets my favorite armor in the form of the specter armor, alongside a fun weapon in the magnet sphere. The summoner class only gains one thing, but it's fairly strong, being the Morning Star Whip. However, that's not all you can get from the dungeon, as there's also the Master Ninja gear, Wisp in a bottle, and barbecue ribs. I mean, honestly, that's enough to get me going there. I mean, hey, I'm just hungry. Now, you've got all the equipment you need to beat the Lunar Pillars and then Moonlord, but what about after? What biome could possibly provide any benefit to an endgame character? There's really only one answer: the ocean. Because I know for sure you don't have Supreme Helper Minion.